Hello, it's Clay from the 50 Acre Homestead. Today is January the 31st, 2025, and I'm going to be planting potatoes today. It is a little bit early. Usually people wait till February the 14th around here to plant potatoes, but I'm going to go ahead and get mine planted. I have time to plant them today. Let's get to planting. This is what it looked like here at my house, January the 22nd, 2025. Just a few days earlier, we had this snow. We got about 2.5, 3 inches of snow, and it stayed around for a week. It took over a week for it to all get melted. It's amazing. We get snow like that about once every 7 years, I guess. 7 or 8 years we'll get snow like this. But this is the most we've got that I can ever remember. It's crazy. Southeast Georgia, 3 inches of snow. But it was beautiful. I love looking at the snow, but I was ready for it to leave after the first day. I went to Ace Hardware and got 10 pounds of red potatoes for $9.66. It's time to cut them up. Cut them up, put them right back in this bag. When you're cutting these potatoes up, you got to make sure you have eyes on the pieces. If they don't have eyes on it, it won't come up. By hand, I just with a hoe, so I always like to start with making a straight road. All right, now it's time to make my fur. Level this dirt out a little bit. That's my straight row. Got my fur done. This is the fertilizer that I use. Super Rainbow 10-10-10. Now we're going to mix the fertilizer in. That's what they look like. They've calloused over a little bit. It's time to get them in the ground. 8 to 12 inches apart with the eyes up. Bottom about 10, 12 inches apart. Now it's time to cover them up. Well, that didn't take long. I didn't quite get the whole 10 pounds planted. I planted about 9 pounds, I guess. That'll be more potatoes than we'll eat. We don't eat that many potatoes. I eat them when they first get the size of a golf ball or a little bigger, start eating them. But that was fine. It didn't take long. We'll have potatoes in a few months. I just wanted to show what my fall or winter garden looked like here when this snow was, this is the day after it snowed. Well, it snowed the night before, and this is the next morning. My onions, they covered in snow. The greens, the turnips and mustard, that's collards right there. They covered in snow and ice. And I don't know how they're going to fare after all this snow on top of them, because it stayed on them for 4 or 5 days. It's crazy how much snow we got. Because Waynesville, Georgia, southeast Georgia, got all this snow. This is what they look like January the 31st. I guess it did burn these onions a little bit, but I think they're gonna make it. They look pretty rough, but I think they'll make it. The collards look like they all right. They look pretty good. I'm gonna leave these collards here as long as I can and eat them throughout the spring. These onions will make late spring, I guess. Pick them up. I'll be planting corn over here where these turnips and greens are. That's a big old turnip right there. They've been good. I've been eating them. These some good turnips.